So today we'll begin by turning the attention inward, either closing the eyes or casting the eyes downward slightly. And as you journey inward, see if you can practice bringing with you a spirit of care, kindness, curiosity for all that's there within you as you journey inside. Just relaxing into that compassionate presence that is there inherently within us. And it's also okay if you're not in touch with that right now. Just seeing if you might relax into this spacious, compassionate presence that exists within us all. Allowing ourselves just a few moments of self-knowing. Inviting into foreground any parts of ourselves that are needing some attention from us in the moment, as we shine the warm, soft light of compassionate awareness on those parts of us. Just noticing whatever is arising, as if you're a gracious host welcoming guests to your home with this warm, receptive welcome. You're welcome here. You can also practice using a phrase that Ajahn Chah taught his students in a monastery in Thailand, a forest monastery. He encourages us to say to whatever arises within us, this too I include. So you might be feeling sensations or having images from events of the week. You might be feeling emotions from some of those experiences that are still unprocessed fully. You might be having thoughts about yourself or people in your life. So whatever's bubbling up inside, just turning that warm light of compassion towards that which is arising, as if to bow to it with, this too I include. All parts of us, all experiences are welcome here in this compassionate sphere of awareness. Notice what's there now. See if you can practice saying to it, this too I include. And notice what's being digested now, or what you're turning towards now, or what's arising in your field of awareness now. this too I include. And perhaps just seeing if you might explore, as we begin to bring this to a close, see if you might explore sending a message to all of the different parts of yourself. Like a teacher might send a caring message to all of the students in class, or a really warm, loving leader might share with the team. So see if you, as the leader of yourself, might send a compassionate, caring message to all of the little ones within you, all of the parts of yourself. And just take a moment with that and see if you might settle on a message that's compassionate and caring, a message of care and connection. And feel free to repeat that message once or twice, just to really let your system receive and begin to digest this caring message from you. And notice how your system is responding to this message you're sharing with it. And then begin to shift the awareness to the breath more fully. Beginning to deepen the breath, feeling free to bring the right hand to the belly and the left hand to the chest or heart. And exhale, fully press the belly in, exiting the air out through the nostrils. Inhale, slowly expand the belly, the rib cage, the collarbones rise. And exhale, collarbones lower, chest lowers, belly deflates. And continue at your own slow breathing pace, feeling free to engage Mula Bandha root lock on the in-breath, drawing the muscles of the perineum up and in. And as you exhale, imagining an elevator descending 4 or 5 flights, releasing those muscles down. So on the in-breath, engaging them floor by floor, 4 or 5 flights. And on the exhalation, releasing them from top down to the bottom. Taking your time, a few more slow, deep breaths, maybe even lengthening the exhalation so it's twice as long as the in-breath. Good, and after the next long, slow exhalation, you can return the breath back to normal. And unite the palms together in front of the heart or hands onto the heart. See what feels best. And bow the head. As we journey through our yoga practice together today, we'll be exploring the power of tapping into our self, capital S self, and accessing the qualities of this capital S self that allows us to be confident and courageous and connected and compassionate. Lots of C words. And in particular, accessing this part of us today as we consider setting loving limits with our loved ones, our children, maybe with our partners, coming from this deep place of compassion and care and clarity and confidence. as we tap into the richness and importance of limit setting. So just taking a moment to bow the head in honor of that divine spark of life and light, of compassionate curiosity that rests within you. And take a moment to acknowledge and to celebrate that spark of life and light and compassion and curiosity that rests within each of your children. See that light within them and bow to it. And take a moment to acknowledge and to celebrate that divine spark of life and light that rests within all beings everywhere, all living things. Good. And then you can bring the head back to center and release the arms down. And we'll just do some shoulder rolls just to release some tension from the neck and shoulders to increase more blood flow to the heart. So inhale, shoulders forward and up. And exhale, back and down. Inhale, forward and up. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, back and down. Good. Inhale, forward and up. And exhale, back and down. Great. And now we're going to bring the arms into this movement a little bit more. So as the shoulders come forward and up, we'll bring the elbows forward and up. And exhale, shoulders back and down, and bring the elbows back and in towards the sides of the body with the hands out to the sides and up. So the arms come forward, palms face down. Inhale, shoulders forward and up. And exhale, shoulders back and down, elbows come back and down, palms up. Good. Inhale, shoulders forward and up, elbows forward and up. Exhale, arms back and down, shoulders back and down, elbows down. Good. And then just pause, resting the arms, recentering. Then we're going to rotate the palms up. This is an external rotation of the shoulders, bringing the arms back, rocking the hips forward, lifting the head, neck, and chest, and take a few deep breaths here. And just taking a moment to tune into this place within you that's full of compassionate curiosity, confidence and clarity, courage and connection. Just taking a few deep breaths. Even if you're not in touch with it, you can sense that it's there somewhere within you, and you can consciously tap this deep place of self energy. Capital S, self. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, round the back, tuck the chin, dive the arms forward. You can interlock the thumbs, pull the thumbs against each other, maybe fanning the elbows out to the sides and up, opening the back of the heart. And from this place of selfhood, just diving into the infinite sea of compassionate energy around you so that we're tapping into it within us and around us. Good. So with the breath, rotate the palms up, bring the arms back, rock the hips forward, lift the head, neck, and chest, opening the heart wide to these qualities of self, compassion, curiosity, connection, clarity, courage, creativity. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Interlock the thumbs, dive the arms forward, round the back, diving into a sea of this compassionate energy. Inhale, arching up and back, tapping into this energy within yourself. And exhale, diving the arms forward, diving into the sea of energy around you. And continue at your own slow breathing pace on the in-breath, tapping into this self-energy within you, and on the out-breath, diving into a sea of energy, of compassionate energy around you. That's it. It's not something we fabricate, it's something we tap into. It's not something we put on, it's more inviting whatever's in the way to pull back gently or soften a little bit so we can be more in touch with this self-energy. Good. After the next full round, you can pause. And we'll come onto our hands and knees. So I'll move onto the mat. You can come onto the hands and knees with your hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. And then walk the hands forward an inch or two from there. And round the back, tuck the chin, tucking the tailbone under. Feeling into your back body and just taking a moment to shine some compassion on the back, however it's feeling in this position as we gently wake it up more fully and deeply. And then lift the head, neck, and chest. Swing the buttocks up. Press the hands down and towards the knees isometrically to open through the heart more fully and the belly as well. Good. Tapping into that place of compassion and curiosity within you. Take a nice deep breath there into that spaciousness. And exhale round the back, bowing down to the sea of energy around you, and continue at your own slow breathing pace. Feeling free to engage in Mula Bandha root lock on the in-breath and releasing it on the out-breath, or vice versa, if that makes more sense to you. And then after the next full round, you can pause, eventually lowering buttocks towards the heels, forehead towards the earth, really extending through the arms. And just feeling how the belly can settle into the warm skin of your own lap. And just sending a message to the belly, it's okay to relax here for this moment. The legs are supporting you. You can relax now. And then you could even send a message to the whole system. It's okay to rest here more fully in this brief moment of rest. Mother Earth is supporting you, and you can relax more deeply now. Good. And take a nice deep breath in, expanding the ribs, not just forward, but to the sides and back as well. And then exhale a nice sigh through the mouth. Good. Extend the arms forward, shifting the weight into the hands, coming up onto all fours. And then melt the hips forward, lifting head, neck, and chest, moving towards upward dog, either with knees down, modified, or lift the knees up. Taking a few deep breaths here, opening the heart, opening to that compassionate energy that's there within you. Good. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, press back either into child's pose, or you can curl the toes under and lift the hips up high for downward facing dog. And with a breath, inhale, come forward and up towards upward dog. And exhale, press back into downward dog or child's pose, your choice. Inhale, come forward and up, opening the heart to the compassionate presence and spaciousness within. And exhale, pressing back as you bow down to the infinite sea of compassion around you. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Good. And after the next full round, you can pause. Just resting into child's pose or downward dog, your choice. Just allowing yourself to kind of catch up with your experience. All of these experiences that you've been through throughout the week, just meeting up with yourself in this moment now. Digesting those experiences as you bring the compassionate witness within you forward. Good, and take a nice deep breath in. A nice long sigh. Good, and then from here you can either bring the arms alongside the legs if you're in child's pose, lifting the torso up, or if you're in downward dog, you can walk the feet forward, coming all the way up to standing near the front of the mat. Taking these courageous steps forward to greet the day more consciously. So just taking a moment to feel yourself standing tall for something. So consider something in your life where limits might be called for, whether it's with your children around screen time, or with a partner, or a friend or coworker, a parent or another family member. Just taking a moment to close the eyes and tune in and see what it is that you've been needing to take a stand for or set a limit around. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to squat. So we're going to go back down to the ground. So bend the knees and then just bringing the hands onto the floor, just feeling yourself grounding, palming the earth, placing the hands down. And kind of like a bud with so much potential energy to bloom and blossom open, just feeling the potential of taking a stand in this arena in your life. So once again, just taking a moment to connect with something in your life where a limit might be needed. So we're grounding here. We're grounding, we're connecting to earth, to something bigger than ourselves, to Mother Nature. And from here, we'll slowly press the feet down, beginning to rise, to take this stand, to find the courage and confidence and compassionate energy within us as we take a stand around this. Feel the chest and heart blossoming open, drawing energy from the earth up and into ourselves so we're really still connected as we imagine taking a stand for this. Feeling it coming from a place of loving care within us. Julie Oak says, setting limits contributes to love. Setting limits contributes to love. So just feel that sense of integration and connection, this place of loving care. And then you can unite the palms together in front of the heart and extend the arms forward, up and back, opening to this area in your life that requires the limit right now, that's in need of some limit setting, opening to it from a place of open-heartedness and deep, deep care. We care about our children's health and wellness. That's why we set limits with screens. We care about our children's bodies. That's why we set some limits with food. We care. So opening to that care, opening the heart, take a nice deep breath in, and exhale, hinge forward, slowly bow down, feeling free to bend the knees humbly for the first forward bend of the day especially. And just bowing down. And tune in. First tune into the body, scanning the body for sensations. Maybe low back, maybe hamstrings or behind the knees. Sometimes I'll feel some sensations in my shoulder blade region here, especially if I kind of explore by moving my neck around a little bit. My head and neck. So just tuning into the body. A really helpful practice as we begin to set limits with our children or friends or partners or family members. Tuning into our bodies and just sensing what's there. So we're staying connected to ourselves. That helps us access the self-energy that will help the limit go well. So bend the knees, fingertips in line with the toes, and step the left foot far back, left knee raised or lowered. Lift the head, neck, and chest, and open the heart to yourself. Opening the heart to any parts of yourself that might be feeling threatened. Often when we need to set a limit, we're feeling a little threatened, maybe a little powerless if we've had to set this limit many times. So opening our hearts to all of the different parts of ourselves that might be activated, that might be needing some of our attention before we can set this limit effectively. Just take a moment to bow the head and tune in and see with loving, caring eyes if you might look inside yourself. I'm just scanning for any parts of you that might be getting activated
as you think about setting this limit. And just shining some loving care on them. Good, and then lift the head, neck, and chest. Take a nice deep breath in, welcoming all of these parts of you in to your compassionate heart. And then exhale, step the right foot back, either into plank pose, most active, downward dog, a little bit of a modification, but still quite active, or hands and knees. So feeling free to choose your position. I'll choose the middle way, downward dog pose. And just take a moment to tune in and notice what's there for you as you're exploring even just the idea of setting a limit in this area of your life. Good, and then from here we can come forward, either knees, chest, and chin, or slithering forward, coming into Cobra, Bhujangasana. So you can press the hands down and back isometrically. This invites the chest more fully to open, lifting the back of the head up, tucking the chin slightly, and just taking a few deep breaths. As you inhale, you might lift up a little bit more. As you exhale, you might lower down a little bit more. And just feel yourself riding the waves of the breath. As we set limits with our children or others, it will invite us into the practice of riding the waves of the different emotional experiences that move through us. Often, if our children are upset about the limit, it will ignite a little bit of rage in them, or a lot of rage in them. And being close and connected to them, we will empathically resonate with that rage, and we'll feel that rage inside of us. And part of the work of mindful parenting is to notice that rage that gets ignited in us, to acknowledge it, to notice the sensations that are coming along with it, and to lovingly embrace it. And warm, loving arms contain it so it doesn't come out on our children, or our partner, or our friends or coworkers. That's the loving work of mindful parenting. So riding the waves of the rage or the fear or resentment that come and go, with compassionate, loving arms to hold these parts of ourselves. So we've been here for a while. That's great if you've already rested. It's good to listen to your body and come out of the pose whenever needed. Otherwise, press the hands down, lift the hips up high, downward facing dog. Yeah, so just bowing down to those emotional waves that we all experience as humans. Not to try to robot ourselves out of them, not to try to become robots so we don't feel those waves of rage and those impulses to yell or hurt our children or others, but more to become aware of them and embrace them in loving arms and contain them. To deepen our compassion about these parts of ourselves that are just human and mammalian. We're animals, we're animal bodies. It's natural to feel upset when our children are raging in a tantrum. So look between the hands and step the left foot forward between the hands, right knee raised or lowered. Lift the head, neck, and chest. Once again, opening the heart to all of these parts of you that are getting activated, just thinking about setting a limit with your kids. Especially with screens, there's often a lot of rage and upset that children will feel as we set our loving limits around them. And it's so helpful for them if we can stay in this place, staying connected to this place of calm, confidence, connection and care, clarity about this limit. So we can set this limit with simplicity and connection rather than chaotic rage,
which shows that we feel threatened or powerless around them. So just opening your heart to yourself and the self energy that is there within you, that you can come from when you set these limits. And take a nice deep breath into this place within you, this capacity that you can actualize. And exhale, step the back foot forward to meet the front foot, bowing the head down. Bowing down to the ground. And honoring that it's helpful to establish some groundwork, especially with things like screens. So it helps to have discussions, family meetings, family agreements around screens, having the children collaborate with you around consequences of certain actions or behaviors. And then once those are agreed upon, when there are breaking of the rule happening, and you can just calmly set the consequence. Just calmly remind the children of the agreement, and then let them have their big feelings about it. So extend the arms forward, lifting the torso up, bringing the arms wide out to the sides, taking a few deep breaths, opening your arms and your heart to hold and lovingly contain and embrace all of their big feelings. So Winnicott talks about a holding environment, creating a holding environment for them to feel what they need to feel, a safe, loving harbor for them. He also calls this part of that process containment, that we need to contain our rage, our frustration, our fears about what they're going to be like if they act like this when they're 20 years old. We need to contain all of that to provide this holding environment for them. So take a deep breath in, holding, containing all that's there for them to feel about our limit. And then unite the palms to the heart, coming back to the heart, feeling the caring place that this limit is coming from, and standing tall again. We feel confident about this limit. We are standing tall. This was already established limit. We agreed on this limit. This is the limit. And then it can be simple and calm and clear, just a few words, not a lot of discussion. That was the limit. That was the agreement. Let them have their feelings. That was the agreement, sweetie. Let them have their feelings. Yeah, I see, I hear you, I know, and that was the agreement. As calm the 100th time we say it as the first time. So standing tall, calm, clear, confident in that limit. And now flowing with the breath. So imagine being able to flow as you're setting a limit. Flowing with breath, flowing with movement, flowing with loving care. So exhale fully. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, opening your caring heart. And exhale, bow down to any sensations that arise as you set this limit. Inhale, right foot back, opening the heart to the parts of yourselves that are getting activated. And exhale, stepping the left foot back, bowing down to these parts with loving care. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog, riding the waves of the emotions that flow through. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, opening the heart to any parts of you that need support from you. And exhale, bow the head down as you step the left foot forward. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, opening the arms to embrace your children's feelings. They're upset about your limit. And exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, opening the arms to embrace the feelings. And exhale, bow down to any sensations that are coming up in you as you set the limit. Inhale, left foot back, lift head, neck, and chest, opening the heart to any parts of you that are activated. Exhale, right foot back, downward dog or plank pose. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog, riding the waves of the emotions that move through you. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, lift the heart, opening the heart to yourself.
And exhale, right foot forward, bow the head in loving acknowledgement of what's within you. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, embracing your children's emotions as you set this limit. And exhale, palms to your own heart, feeling that you're coming from a place of loving care. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, opening your heart wide. Exhale, bowing down to the compassionate presence that is there within you. Inhale, right foot back, lift the head, neck, and chest, opening your heart to yourself. Exhale, left foot back, downward dog or plank, bowing down to any parts that are getting activated as you set the limit. Inhale, come forward and up, riding the emotional waves as they move through you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lift the head, neck, and chest. Open the heart to yourself. And exhale, left foot forward, bow the head. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, embracing your children's emotions about this limit. And exhale, palms to the heart. Pause here, taking a moment to tune in, noticing warmth of body, pace of breath, and beating of your own dear heart, reminding you how much love is there within you, and that this limit is coming from a place of loving care, full of loving energy. Janet Bluestein writes, boundaries are an expression of self-care. And a prerequisite is the idea that the self is worth caring for. So sometimes we're setting the limits for our children's health and wellness, and sometimes we're also setting limits for our own health and wellness. Either way, we're investing in this relationship that we care so much about, because setting limits contributes to love. So let's continue with a few variations. So exhale here. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, opening that massively wide heart. And exhale, bow down to the compassionate energy that flows through you naturally. Inhale, right foot back and pause here. Just take a few deep breaths. And then we're going to just stretch the left leg a little bit. So we're going to invite the left foot forward, just kind of heel toe the left foot forward a little bit. And then we'll pause. We're going to lean the hips back, straightening the left leg as much as you comfortably can, and press the back of the heel down into the floor, melting the belly towards the thigh, chest towards the knee. My knee is nicely bent, so feel free to bend your knee too. If you want, you can move it towards straight, but it's not necessary. You can keep it nicely bent, and this will help protect the low back. So from here, you can either stay here, or some of you might want to lean the hips forward, walk the left foot forward a little bit more, and then the same thing, rock the hips back. Pressing the hips back will straighten the left leg more fully, and you can press the heel towards the floor. Opposite contraction helps to deepen the stretch and opening of the body. Good, and then one more time if you'd like, you can melt the hips forward, heel toe the front foot forward a little bit more, then rock the hips back, and then press the foot. Press the back of the heel down, lifting the chest, melting the hips forward. Good, and either stay there, or if you'd like, you can kind of slide the left heel forward, maybe bring the fists to the floor, and then just letting the hips hang in the split. So just taking a moment to tune into our body and invest in some self-care, caring for the self. Just offering some compassionate curiosity in this pose. Nowhere to get to, nowhere to go. We're just seeing what's possible. Good. And so from here, we're going to invite the left foot back. We begin to slide the left foot back to the hands, so the left heel beneath the left knee. And then curl the right toes under, lift the right knee up, and then lower the right heel down. Walk the left foot out to the left a few inches so the feet are on kind of railroad tracks for more stability as we lift the torso up and come to standing. Right hip will press forward, left knee will bend. We'll spiral the thighs outward as we move into Warrior One pose, Virabhadrasana. And then from here, we can take a moment to feel the ground, the sacred nature of Mother Earth holding us in our limit. And I'm going to invite you to bring your pointer finger to your thumb. And we're going to draw a line. So lift the right arm up. Think about some limit that you're wanting to set. It could be the same limit you were working on before or a new limit. And then close the eyes if you're willing. If that's too unstable, just leave the eyes open. And then lower the right hand slowly down, drawing a straight line in front of you. Good. Then open the eyes, straighten the left leg, lift the right arm up. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the left knee and draw the line, either with eyes open or closed, your choice. Good. Straighten the left leg, lift the right arm up. Inhale, and exhale, draw the line as you bend the left knee into Warrior One. A few more rounds. Just feel yourself drawing this line so calmly, so confidently. It's a clean, clear line. There's lots of clarity and simplicity in this limit. It's not loud. It doesn't have many words. We're just drawing the line. Good. After the next full round, you can pause. And then bringing the hands onto the heart, draw the shoulders back and down, lift the head, neck, and chest, arching up and back. And then exhale, hinge forward from the hips, hands onto the thigh, bowing down over the left leg, just bathing yourself in compassionate presence. Setting a limit requires incredible courage. We don't know, we have no control over whether or not the person out there will honor our limit, but we can continue to set it. We can follow through with our limit and just keep enforcing it like we did there. We did that many times, not just one time. So we can't control whether someone will honor our limit. That's not within our sphere of control. But what we can do is come from a place of calm, confidence, courage, connection, compassion for ourselves and other, and we can keep setting the limit. So just bathing yourself in compassion for all the courage that's required to do that, to even think about doing that. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale fully. Good. And now we're going to bend the left knee, slide the right foot back, lift the head, neck, and chest, back into lunge pose, and lift the heart. Open the heart wide, bathing yourself in lots of compassion for this complicated, challenging journey of motherhood that requires us to set lots of limits with our kids. And with partners and with friends or coworkers. So take a nice deep breath in. And exhale fully, step the left foot back into plank pose or downward dog or all fours. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog, riding the waves of the emotions that come and go as we set limits. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, right foot forward, lift the head, neck, and chest, and pause here for a few breaths. So back to some self-care. Just inviting ourselves to pay some attention to the physical body. So we're going to lean back a little bit, walk the right foot forward, heel toe the right foot forward a few inches, pause, rock the hips back still further to straighten the right leg a little bit. It doesn't have to become all the way straight, especially if it creates a lot of rounding in the back. We want to bend the knee and melt the belly towards the thigh to protect the low back. And press the right heel down towards the floor, and as if you could move the floor down and back. Opposite contraction
of the muscle we're inviting into a stretch. Good. So we're going to rock forward just a little bit. Heel toe the feet forward. Pause. Rock the hips back, straighten the right leg as much as you comfortably can, and then press the right heel down and back. Just tending to ourselves, exploring what's possible, practicing shifting into a place of compassionate curiosity and care for the self and for the body, whatever position it's in. Tapping into that self energy. Good. Rock the hips forward, heel toe the foot forward a few inches. Pause, rock the hips back, press the right heel down and back, and breathe into those sensations. Nowhere to get to, nowhere to go, just exploring what's possible. Good. And then from here, you could stay here, or you could slide the heel forward a little bit more fully. Maybe bending, curling the fingers in to the palm a little bit so the knuckles can come onto the floor. And just hanging out, taking a few breaths, seeing what's possible. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. Slowly exhale. And then you can bend the right knee and slowly begin to invite the right foot back into the lunge pose. The hands can come forward to meet the foot, so the hips come forward again. Right knee over the right heel. Good. And then from here, we'll lift the left knee up. Lower the left heel to the right slightly. Left foot is pointing out to the left at a 45-degree angle. Walk the right foot out to the right just a few inches so the feet are on railroad tracks for more stability as you come to standing. Then press the left hip forward, draw shoulders back and down. And sometimes the foot is far back, so you might want to step it a little further forward, or sometimes it's very forward, so you might want to step it back further for a deeper warrior pose, your choice. Left hip forward, spiral the thighs outward. Lift through the chest, draw the lower belly down and in, the lower ribs down and in. And right hand can either be on the hip or on the thigh. And left hand, pointer finger and thumb come together. And we're going to lift the left arm up. And this time I'm going to invite you to say a few different words to set a limit. And really effective limits tend to be about 2 or 3 words. 1 to 3 words. So think about little bits of information like a stop sign that says stop, it's 1 word. Or speed limit, 25 miles per hour. Or store hours, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Really simple, really clear. So with this first limit, let's just do it without words. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, draw the line. Good. This time straighten the leg, lift the arm up, pausing at the top. And then this time we're just going to say the answer is no. So 3 words. Answer is no. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knee, start to draw the line. And at the bottom end of that, just say, the answer is no, sweetie. Good. Inhale, lift the arm up. Let's try that again. Exhale, bend the knee, draw the line. The answer is no. Good. Inhale the arm up, straighten the right leg, and I'm realizing that that's 4 words. To make it 3, we could just say answer is no. Okay, so pause here. So another way to set a limit might be not now. Okay, so I want more screens, I want more screen time. So take a nice deep breath in, bend the right knee, exhale, lower the arm down, and at the end of that, not now. Good. Inhale the arm up, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee, draw the line, find that self-energy, that confidence, that clarity, that compassion. Not now. Good. Inhale, arm up. And exhale, drawing the line, bending the knee, tapping into Mother Earth energy. Not now, sweetie. Good. lifting the arm up. We'll do one more round. So pausing here, getting in touch with ourselves and the limit. Sometimes it takes a little while for it to emerge, so that's why it's helpful to practice. So another limit might be, I can't today. I can't today. So take a nice deep breath in and exhale, bend the right knee, lower the arm down. I can't today. Inhale the arm up, straighten the leg. And exhale, bend the right knee, lower the arm down, drawing the line. I can't today. Good. Again, inhale, rising, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee, lower the arm down. I can't today, sweetie. Good. So from here, we're going to bring the hands onto the heart, bend the right knee, draw the shoulders back and down, arching back, tuning into that compassionate energy within you. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, hinge forward over the right leg, bowing down. That back calf might really be talking to you. We were in that pose for a long time. So just shining some loving care on the left calf. We hear you. We hear you talking to us. We're listening. Good. Bend the right knee. Slide the left foot back. Lunge pose, giving the left calf a little relief. Good. And then lifting the head, neck, and chest. Just opening your heart to any parts of yourself that got activated, even thinking about setting a simple, clear limit with your kids around screens. Or I can't today might be, I want salmon for dinner. Or, I want this or that for dinner. I can't today, sweetie. Just simple, clear limit, and then letting them have their feelings about it. Noticing what comes up in you. You can bow the head, noticing what comes up in you, the different parts of you that might be calling for your attention as you set this limit. Embracing them, holding them, shining your loving energy on them. So you can also do this for your children and their big feelings. Take a nice deep breath in, lifting head, neck, and chest. And exhale, left foot forward to meet the right. That left hip might be a little achy. I'm feeling that tiredness in mine. And then we're just going to bend the knees and roll the back up. Good. Inhale, shoulders forward and up. Exhale, shoulders back and down. Hands onto the low back, palms on the back with fingertips down. Hips come forward, head, neck, and chest lift up and back. Take a few deep breaths into that spacious heart of yours. And exhale, palms to the heart, coming back to a place of loving connection with your dear self. Setting limits contributes to love. I'm setting this limit because I care about you. So if they ask why repeatedly and you've explained it once or twice in very simple, very short explanation, then after that, if they ask why, because I care, sweetie, because I care. So then it just becomes a much more simple and repetitive answer. And if they want to talk about it more, it can be helpful to talk about it when they've calmed down later. So coming to the heart center, because I care, feeling that. It comes from a place of care. So let's do one more round just to cleanse and move some of this energy in our bodies through. So exhale fully. Feel that place of care. Inhale, lift the arms up and back, opening to any parts of you that get activated in this limit setting. And exhale, bow down, feeling any sensations that are there to feel. Inhale, left foot back, lift head, neck, and chest. Open the heart to yourself and the parts of you. Exhale, right foot back, bowing down to them with loving care. Inhale, come forward and up, opening to the emotional waves that move through as you set the limit. And exhale, bowing down into downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, opening your heart to what comes up in you and your children. Exhale, right foot forward, bow down with compassionate presence. Inhale, lifting the torso up and back, opening the arms to embrace your children's emotions around your limit. And exhale, palms to the heart. Pause here. And just take a few deep breaths, placing hands on the heart, feeling the loving care that this limit comes from. Care for you, care for them. Close the eyes and feel yourself standing tall for this limit, taking a stand with loving care. Setting these limits from a place of love. Love for you, love for them. That's what will make it effective. That's what will make your limit more effective. So take a nice deep breath in and exhale fully. Slide the hands down the thighs, hinging forward from the hips into a forward fold. Good. Bend the knees, fingertips in line with the toes. Step the left foot back, and then step the right foot back into downward dog. And we're going to cleanse with 3 breaths. So lift the heels up high, deep breath in through the nose. And then a nice long sigh as you lower the heels down. Inhale, lift the heels up high. Exhale through the mouth, a nice sigh as you lower the heels down. Good. Inhale, lift the heels high. A nice sigh through the mouth as the heels lower down. Good. Then you can lower the knees down to the floor. And we'll just lay the thighs down, lay the belly down, lay the lower ribs down, coming down onto the belly, feeling free to rest the forehead on the forearms, or you can bring the arms alongside the body, cheek to the side if you prefer. And just feel the earth supporting you as you rest fully and deeply in this brief, brief moment of rest. You can send a simple message to the system. It's safe to relax right now. There's nothing you need to do. You can rest more fully now. And notice how the system responds to that message from you. Good, and take a nice deep breath in. And allow for long, slow, controlled exhalation. Good. And then we'll bring the arms alongside the legs, forehead to the floor. Lift the head, neck, and chest. Lift the legs. You can either have the legs squeezing in towards each other, or you can have the feet about mat width apart. See what feels best for you. I like to spread the feet about mat width apart and rotate the toes out to strengthen the muscles that support the low back. Then you can lift the arms up, and the palms can face the thighs, or for an external rotation from there, the palms will rotate down and maybe the thumbs up and out. That's an external rotation of the shoulders. Opening the chest, opening the heart. Opening to the possibility of setting limits with love and care, with calm confidence and curiosity, with clarity and connection, and creativity. Different than we've set them before, different than our parents have set them with us and their parents with them. That's where the creative piece comes in. So take a nice deep breath in, opening to the self energy, and exhale, releasing down, palms face down under the shoulders. Press up onto all fours. And you can have the knees about mat width apart, big toes touching, resting the buttocks towards the heels for wide-legged child's pose. Arms slide forward, forehead towards the earth, and just take a few deep breaths. One of the practices that helps limits be most effective with our children or with partners
as if we can contain our anger, our rage, our fear, our sense of powerlessness or hopelessness enough, and tap into a place of calm, confident clarity, connection, and compassion enough so that we're divorcing our emotion from the limit, so that the limit comes out clean and clear. We might be feeling emotional inside, but we're holding that. We're embracing those scared or vulnerable parts of ourselves so they don't come out as we set the limit. That's the containment that Winnicott talks about. So take a nice deep breath into that capacity within you to hold the vulnerable parts of yourself as you set a limit. A long, slow exhalation. And just feel yourself, a few more moments here, just feel yourself being held by Mother Earth. Here in Child's Pose, tapping into the more vulnerable parts of ourselves as we set limits. There's a place for them in our loving arms and our compassionate presence. And we can hold them and contain them so they don't spill out as we set our limit. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. Long, slow exhale. Good. And then you can bring the arms alongside the legs, lift the torso up. Bringing the legs out in front. Paschimottanasana, forward bending pose. I like to have my knees humbly bent at the beginning of the pose. This helps my hips come forward and my low back be nice and long. You can bring the hands onto the earth back behind you. Thumbs forward, fingertips back for the external rotation of the shoulders. Elbows slightly bent. Hips rock forward, chest and heart rise. Take a few deep breaths, opening the heart. Opening to the compassionate presence within you. Opening to that capital S self energy. Many traditions have talked about these qualities that are inherent within us. And take a nice deep breath in to the self energy within you. And exhale, hinge forward and bow down, honoring the compassion, the clarity, the calm, the courage and creativity that rests within you. And take a moment in this inward still pose to once again imagine setting a limit with your coworker, family member, partner, or children from this calm, confident, clear place. Setting limits on behaviors of our children especially, while giving lots of permission for them to feel their feelings about that limit. So saying no to the behavior and yes to their feelings. Good. And from here, you can exhale fully. Inhale, lift the torso up, lift the body up, lifting the arms up like an open vessel, just opening up to the infinite sea of loving, compassionate energy around you and just drinking it in, just filling your cup with it. And calling on some support from higher self or higher power that you may tap into this place of calm confidence more often as you set limits with those around you. Ask for some support with that. That I may set limits more calmly and confidently and compassionately with those around me.
Take a nice deep breath into that support. And then exhale, lean back and spread the arms wide, sharing this loving wish with each other that we may support each other with setting these limits from a place of calm confidence. That you, dear mothers, that you women I care so deeply about, that you may tap into this place of calm, compassionate curiosity as you set limits with your kids. So we're sending that to each other right now. Feel that sweetness from each other. Good. And then slowly lower all the way down, strengthening the tummy as we lower down to invest in the health of the back. And then you can hug the knees into the chest and rock. Either keep the knees to the chest, or you can move into Ananda Balasana, blissful baby pose, by taking hold of the outer edges of the feet. Good. And our flowing twist, you can bring the knees close together. Spread the heart wings wide open out to the sides. Inhale, knees towards the chest, and exhale, knees to the right, head rolls heavy on the floor towards the left. Good. Inhale, knees to the chest, and exhale, knees to the left, head rolls heavy on the floor towards the right. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Just nourishing yourself with a slow, rhythmic flow. Good. After the next full round, you can pause. And eventually reclining on the back, feeling free to cover yourself with a blanket. If you're near a chair or a wall, you can also swing the legs up the wall for the final relaxation practice. Very relaxing position for the body. Inviting more of the blood into the heart. So just feeling free to take a nice deep breath in, scrunch up the face, make fists with the toes and hands, pointing the toes, squeeze up the face into a little scrunched face. Good, relax fully. Deep breath in, this time stretching the fingers, playing the toes, open the mouth, stick out the tongue, stretching the jaw, open the eyes wide. Good. Close the eyes, close the mouth, and just allow the entire body to be deeply, deeply relaxed. And begin to visualize or sense or feel a beautiful light enveloping the body in all directions. A beautiful, warm, healing light. And bring the awareness to the light that rests near the soles of the feet. And invite this light into the feet, feeling the ankles relax. The calves and shins are softened and soothed. And this light moves up into the knees, creating warmth there. This light shines into the upper legs, and both legs grow heavy and warm. This light pours into the pelvic area, shining into the reproductive organs, harmonizing, balancing them. Pouring into the reproductive organs. Just really seeing this light and vitality in the darkness of the womb. This beautiful light shines into the digestive organs, cleansing and purifying them. This beautiful light shines into the chest, pouring infinitely into the heart. Visualize the heart radiating the infinite glow of loving kindness in all directions, including towards your own dear self. This beautiful light rests in the hands, bathing them in warmth,
Invite this light into the hands, feeling the fingers and wrists relax. The forearms, the elbows, and the upper arms grow heavy and warm. And this light shines into the shoulders. Feel the shoulders relaxing. Warm light moves into the neck, softening and soothing the neck muscles. This beautiful light pours into the neck and throat, relaxing the tongue. The jaw relaxes. Feel the jaw relaxing deeply. Ears, nose, and eyes are all filled with the most beautiful light, and the eyelids grow heavy. The temples, the eyebrows, and the center of the forehead relax, and the entire face becomes expressionless. The sides of the head, the back of the head, and the crown of the head are all filled with light. And the entire body, the entire being is filled with and emanating the most beautiful, warm, healing light. Just be a witness to this light that's in you and around you and with you always. Very gently begin to invite the awareness back to the breath and take a deep, rich breath in and allow for a long, slow exhalation. And you can bring the awareness back to the physical body. And you can roll all the way over onto the side, just curling up sweetly with yourself for a moment. Lovingly acknowledging yourself for engaging in these practices that deepen your connection with yourself, capital S self, so you can come from this place of compassion and connection and care more often with those around you. And as you stay here on the floor, just take a moment to imagine listening to your children's big feelings after setting a limit from this relaxed physical position. Feel how kind of radical that sounds. Letting your body be this relaxed, at ease and low to the ground. Maybe even propping up your head onto your hand like mine is. And just imagine that the screen that you're looking at right now is your child, feeling their big, raging feelings. Just allow your lips to curl up in a warm smile, just very gently, like the warm smile of the Buddha. Just listening in this low to the ground, relaxed physical position. This communicates to your child lack of threat. That your big raging moment isn't threatening my system. It's So this physical posture is incredibly helpful when your children are feeling their big feelings. Just come down to the ground, stay low. Like you're curious about them. You're curious about what's coming out of them as they're upset. You're including them in your warm gaze. No threat here, just lots of loving care. To do that internally will be feeling waves of emotion rising, fear, rage, and containing it, revving up and containing it, revving up and containing it. So emotional regulation happening inside as we engage this relaxed bodily position. Just close the eyes for a moment and imagine. Feel the possibility. This is what Dan Siegel, interpersonal neurobiologist, encourages. And I found it very helpful with my own son, especially as he's gotten older and is less needing my physical contact for him to release his big feelings. Just a relaxed body with a warm gaze. Good. So from here, press the hands into the earth, lifting the body up to seated. Coming to a comfortable seated position. Closing the eyes, checking the posture. And bringing the hands to the heart or together in front of the heart. And I'll leave you with these words by John Fowler, a mindfulness teacher, who writes, "Bless my heart and mind, that I may be more open to those aspects of myself that I struggle with. May my relationship with them be healed." And we can also offer this to our children. Bless my heart and mind, that I may be more open to those aspects of my children that I struggle with. May my relationship with them be healed. And to our partners, bless my heart and mind, that I may be more open to those aspects of my partner that I struggle with. May my relationship with them be healed. Taking a moment to feel the self-energy that this wish, this prayer activates within you. It just taps into that spacious, compassionate energy. In honor of this compassionate energy that's in you, in your children, and in all beings everywhere, we offer ourselves and each other a deep, humble bow and namaste. Namaste. We'll take a few moments to get some tea, and then we'll come back for our sharing circle.